Hello everyone, welcome to our first experiment in fluid mechanics. In this experiment, you will learn two things. Number one, the basic operation of C15-ton arm-filled wind tunnel. Number two, you will learn how to measure flow velocity. In this particular case, that's the wind velocity by three different devices: turbine anemometer, pitot static tube with water manometer, hardware anemometer. Let's first install those three devices into the working area of the wind tunnel. Let's install the turbine anemometer first. Remove this little cover. Remove the cover for the turbine anemometer. Slide this one through the foam cover. Mount this one to the working area. Remember to lock the device. Now the turbine anemometer has been installed in the working area. Next, let's install the pitot static tube. Remove the middle cover. Carefully align the direction of the tube in the direction of the airflow. Lock the device. The pitot static tube has two plastic tubes labeled as 11 and 12. 11 will give you the reading of the static pressure. You need to connect the 11 tube to the port 11. This is the port 11. Push this one harder into the port when you hear the click, which means the device is locked. That's it. Then number 12. Number 12 will give you the reading of total pressure. Push this one into port number 12. When you hear the click, it means the device is locked. That's it. So now the pitot static tube has been connected to the water manometer. 11 will be connected to the water tuber 11. 12 will be connected to the water tuber 12. When we have different velocity, those two water levels in those two tubes will be different. Later, we will be able to use some formula to convert the head difference into the velocity reading. This is the pitot tube with water manometer. Then we need to install the hardware anemometer. Carefully remove the red cover. Remove the cover on top. Use the small plastic tube to help with the installation. You need to be very careful. You need to align the hot well in the direction of the airflow. Lock the device. Now, all three devices, hardware anemometer, pitot static tube with water manometer, and turbine anemometer, all have been installed in the working area of the wind tunnel. Next, we're going to power on the wind tunnel. Switch up to supply the power to the wind tunnel. Then come to the computer. The computer has installed software with hardware, which is the wind tunnel, and the communications all have been connected. You just need to log into your account and click on the icon in the middle of the desktop. Click on this one. You will see a list of exercises. We pick up the first one, exercise A. Click on load. You will see a little window like this. Then you need to change the ambient temperature of 18 degrees Celsius to the room temperature to 23 degrees Celsius here. The software will use this temperature value to do the interpolation to get those physical properties of the airflow. When you say the watchdog enabled small green little LED illuminated, which means the wind tunnel and the software, everything is ready to use. We need to click on the fan on. You will see the number 0 over here. You click on that one, this number will automatically change to 1. It means the wind tunnel now it's ready to use, and you can increase the wind tunnel velocity by changing the numbers of fan speed from 0 to 20%. You will see the noise started. That's the fan turned on. And also please remember, this 20% is not the velocity of 20 meters per second. It gives you the 20% of the potential of the fan velocity. So now we need to turn on the hardware anemometer. Push the on button on the hardware anemometer. The hardware anemometer will first do a self-diagnose. When the self-diagnosis is finished, it will give you the reading of meters per second directly. Then we need to turn on the turbine anemometer. Push the on button. And we also need one of the group members to stand on the other side of the wind tunnel to keep reading the velocity from the turbine anemometer. And you also need to record the water level in tube 11 and tube 12. The difference between those two water level will give you the reading of the velocity. You will have to do this calculation later by some formula. This is 20% of potential. When those steps finish, increase the potential to 25%. Wait about 60 seconds to let the airflow become stable. When the airflow becomes stable, record the data one more time again from hardware anemometer, turbine anemometer, water level in tube 11 and tube 12. And also record the data from the software, which give you the direct reading of velocity, in this particular case, 7 meters per second. This is for 25%. When this step finished, increase the velocity potential to 30%. Wait for another 60 seconds. When the airflow becomes stable, record the data as a previous step. Then increase this to 35%. Keep doing this. Repeat the procedure like this until you reach 100%. This is 100%. When 100% is finished, gradually slow down the wind velocity by changing the potential to 50%, then 20%, then 0%. This will complete this experiment. That's it.